of us know paper sometimes is made from tree. So if we don't recycle the paper, that would mean that we are cutting down millions of trees every year.
你好，欢迎收看，
欢迎大家收看，
欢迎收看
当海渔人坊。
In today's world where environmental awareness is growing, waste management and recycling have become key topics of public concern. Since its establishment in 1992, KS Waste has upheld the philosophy of giving waste a second life, dedicating itself to promoting sustainable development in Malaysia. Today, we are honored to have a representative from KS Waste to share their experience and vision in the fields of waste management and resource recycling. Welcome back, Shanghai Talk of Fame 11th season, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hazels, and today we are so glad that we have this special guest with us. And when we talk about ESG, when we talk about waste management lately, when we talk about sustainable country or society, we often have to look into the waste management itself. And to discuss about this further, today we have someone who is very credible in this industry, because he is actually the financial controller in KS Secondary Fibre Supplier Sdn Bhd, where this company has already in the market for more than 30 years. So we are so glad to have Mr. Chang with us to discuss about ESG, to discuss about waste management and sustainable future. Hi, good morning, how are you?
Good morning, Hazel.
Alright, so when we always talk about the ESG, the sustainable future, what does that mean to you actually?
For us as a company, since we were founded more than 30 years ago, so we have always emphasized or want to keep the environment clean, especially our society and our environment. We want it to be able to live in a community that is clean.
Yeah, but having this thought or having this foreseeing 30 years ago is actually quite rare. That I believe that your founder has some kind of inspirational story that inspired him to found this company.
Correct. I think more than 30 years ago, almost 40 years ago, when our founder looked at Malaysia at that time, is still a young country. So he see that there is a need to recycle the rubbish, especially on the paper side. Because if not, right, all of us know paper sometimes is made from tree. So if we don't recycle the paper, that would mean that we are cutting down millions of trees every year just to make into paper. So therefore, he sees this as something that will be good for the society, good for the environment. Therefore, he started this recycling of paper.
So how did it all started actually?
Yes, it all started very simple. It's just by collecting with van, with cars, and then just bring into a small space, and then just pack it and then sell it to someone who need it.
Alright, so the initial vision for KS Waste, like for KS Secondary Supplier, is that to let everyone has a place to actually manage and also to process their waste.
Correct. And as well as we do have a slogan, is to give your trash a second chance.
Yes.
So therefore, rather than throwing it into the dump field or dump site, so it's good that every household or every industry can recycle it and then make it into something useful.
Alright, could Mr. Chang share more with us, like KS is actually focusing more on business like B2B, or actually is focusing more on the public, like us itself, like when we have the waste, the paper waste to recycle, can we deal directly with KS?
Can, even for household can deal directly, but because we are quite big, and then usually it will be more of those old newspaper lorry, the uncle auntie that go around the neighborhood, and then they use a small lorry, and then they collect. Once they collected almost a full load of in the lorry, and then they will send to our factory for recycling. But at the same time, we also approach factories, industrial, supermarket, because all of them do generate a lot of paper and plastic that need to be recycled.
Yes, because since small, I always heard a lot of like those jingle like 烧稿报纸.
Yes,
but
that's
where
right.
all does newspaper go? So they actually, those newspaper will go into your facility.
Correct. Once they collected, then they were sent to our factory.
Okay, now you have around 9 facilities in Malaysia, right?
Yes, in the whole of Malaysia on the peninsula, we have 9 branches. We have 5 in Klang Valley and 4 outstation.
Okay, and what are the processes once the newspaper arrive in your facility?
Or when they arrive at our facility, at our factory, and normally the process would be the lorry come in and we have a weight bridge to weight it, and then after that they will unload. Once they unload already, here comes our workers. We need to do some sorting because sometimes when the lorry come, majority could be paper, but it could be also plastic, rubbish, metal. So our worker actually have to handpick sometimes. So it's quite not an easy job and dirty job to handpick out all those unwanted items.
Okay.
Then only we can go into the process, push into the conveyor belt, and then pack it into a big bundle.
Okay, are this picking job like now going more to AI or robotic era already, or you still need human to handpick it?
No, sadly to say that because we do not have that kind of advanced machinery to do kind of auto sorting, so we still need to rely quite a lot on manpower. Especially right now, it's not easy to hire local, so we have to rely on the foreign workers to be able to help us sort out some of these rubbish unwanted item before we process it into bundle.
All right, because is it because of the technology is not that advanced in Malaysia yet, or in other countries, in other like advanced country, they also do the same thing?
More so is because at the source, that means that i.e. the factory side or the household side, our population are not that educated. So therefore, we do not segregate at source. So therefore, when it comes to our factory, right, it's like the big chunk of rubbish. So that's why it becomes very difficult in terms of sorting. So therefore, it's partly due to education and due to our Malaysian habit as well.
Yeah.
So if we do the segregation at the source, then it will be easier in terms of we separate out all the different recyclable items.
All the time, have you noticed that the recycling or the sorting habit of us Malaysian to have a plastic one bag and a paper one bag, has this sorting habit like gradually built up, or do you think like over the time 30 years ago and now like no different?
I think it has somewhat, I would say better, but I think compared to some other country like Japan or even our neighboring country, Singapore, I think Malaysia still have a lot to learn from them. Because our household generally, the people who throw rubbish, we still unconsciously still just throw everything in, paper also in, food also in, plastic also in, so that make it difficult to recycle.
Yeah, but sometimes we have this kind of uncertainty that we do not know what type of paper can be recycled, can be reused, and what type of paper you are not going to give it a second life already. Like if let's say the paper has in touch with the chemical, if it is used to clean the window, can it be recycled again?
Not so easy. Not so easy. If it's already the paper or the plastic is contaminated with chemical, then if you come to the factory, and then you really need to have a proper setup in the factory to be able to use the water to wash it out, some of these chemical or unwanted item. So it's not easy. So therefore, I mentioned again at the beginning, if the sorting or segregation has been done by each individual household or factory or supermarket, then that will make the job of recycling much easier and better for the environment as well.
Yeah, so we as an end user, or maybe we as a public, we have to know what type of paper is that.
Correct.
Then we have to, if it is contaminated already, then we just simply put it into the waste, like the general waste.
Yes, it will be like general waste. And our company do recycle all types of paper as well. There are many different category of papers. We can recycle them, obviously. Yeah.
What does it mean by giving the paper a second life?
Because if we don't, it will end up all this paper thrown into the rubbish, treated as a rubbish. Then it will go to the dump site. and then this paper will no longer be used again. So it will be almost permanently at the dump site. Yeah, so that's not good for Malaysia, for the environment as well. So therefore, when we say that give our trash a second chance, basically we can take this paper and then we sort it out properly, all the plastic or the metal per se, and then we can sort it out properly, and then it will be able to give them a second chance. Then we can reuse them again.
Okay.
Like the brown color carton boxes, once it's recycled, it can turn into paper box again.
I see. So is that your company also do this, like to make the recycled paper into a carton box, or you actually provide the material for the manufacturer?
No, for us is that we are collecting it. We are collecting it and then we bundle it and then we sell to the paper mills. Paper mills are our customer. For example, if the company that make carton boxes, and then they cut off the edges and all that, then they will send back to us. They will send back to us, and then we send to the paper mill, and then paper mill turn into paper roll, one roll, big roll of paper, and then this paper roll, and then they will sell to the carton box maker again. So they will make into carton boxes again.
Alright, so when we talk about paper, when it becomes a waste, it's like we already use it and we don't want it. So the paper must be, might be from some of the companies with confidential information inside as well.
Yes, that's right.
So you do that, you do protect them and do let them know that it's safe with us.
Correct, yes, yes. We do have specialized in this, we call it confidential document destruction services. There are banks, government agency, whom their material or their documents need to be protected in terms of P&C item. So we have this, and then our factory is able to destroy all these P&C document and then recycle them again. Yeah.
Alright, over these 30 years, who are your main clients? Like just now you have mentioned, those shopping malls, banks, and what are those industries that have close touch with you?
Correct. We have, of course, on the P&C document, we have banks, some of the major banks are with us, and as well as some government agency. And of course, for carton boxes, we have most of the supermarket. We go and collect, or sometimes they send to us. And then so these are our major suppliers as well. Besides that, we also get into, example, automotive industry. They do generate a lot of paper as well, carton boxes. And sometimes they also do come up with a lot of plastic wrapper as well. So those are our suppliers as well, where we can go and collect or they send to us.
And just now Mr. Chang keep mentioning about plastic, because KS is not only manage the waste of paper, but in plastic, metal, food management, food waste as well, right?
Correct, yeah. Throughout this 30, 40 years of a company has started, of course we started major on paper, but we have gone into plastic as well, because it's recycling and it's also good for the environment. So therefore we also venture into plastic. Despite that it's not a significant portion of our business, but it's becoming more and more for plastic. And then we have also, since about 1.5 years ago, we venture into recycled metal as well. Because we find that some people, they send to us, they will have paper, they will have plastic, they also mix with a bit of metal. So therefore we say, why not? We also can, because it's quite related, then we can venture into it for recycling as well.
But it actually requires different type of machine to process that, right?
Yes, in a way, it requires a different type of machine. For paper, there's one type of machine. For plastic, you need another type to segregate, because plastic, you can have soft plastic and hard plastic as well. Yeah. And of course, metal, you require a big compound. And metal have to be careful as well, because certain edges of the metal can be quite sharp. So we also do need people to be careful in handling recycling of metal.
Yeah, so looking at all of these processes, I can have a rough guess that this industry is actually making money, because like a lot of people like lately they are like looking forward to ESG, and also the country's next step and the next plan is to make sure that our country's waste management is moving into 40% in the year of 2025. So is that a profitable industry in general?
I would say in general, it is profitable, but it's not as what people think that you will make a lot of profit from rubbish or recycling product. So it is not easy. It's something that not many people want to do because it can be dirty, it can be dangerous, and it can be difficult. So it is not easy to make profit, and as well as because also competition. There are many competitors like our company. They also do that. So therefore, sometimes it is not easy, and also with the increasing cost, the manpower cost, rising diesel cost. So all of it, right, it has become kind of eat into our bottom line. So it is not as profitable as some would think, because it's so competitive as well.
Okay, it surprised me with the fact that it's not profitable. So if this industry is not that profitable, and what's the reason that they keep going and they want to be the leader of this industry? Later on, we are going to back with more information about KS to understand like what makes them to stay perseverant in this industry, and we are going to talk more about it later.
摸得到，看得到，感受得到。它不单只是一张3D 图 ，Raffles Homes 您的一站式室内设计平台。
Welcome back. And just now, Mr. Chang has already mentioned that waste management industry in Malaysia is not that profitable. And what's the reason that KS would love to continue the mission to make Malaysia greener?
We see there's a need, like I mentioned earlier, Malaysia in terms of recycling, we are far behind from some of the advanced countries. So our country really need to look into the environment, or else, right, and then our government will keep on have to open up many more dump sites, and then this dump site, right, you'll be permanently there, and then it's not good for our environment. So sooner or later, but I believe that our country is also doing something. Government is also doing something in terms of want to make certain area to become they call it the green zone, the green zone. So we want to continue to be part of it as well, forefront runner for this industry, and also if there's an opportunity, which we are also talking to our government as well, so that if this green zone, and then we can participate in it, and then we get a few partners or joint venture with a few more companies, then we can really make our environment better for our future generation.
So what motivates KS to move forward, not talking about the profit itself, but to focus on the waste management?
We have been already into this business for such a long time. From the first generation, the founder, and right now has moved on to the second generation. And we always see that this is the need, and then it sometimes motivates us to want to make our country better. So therefore, recycling is definitely a must. And if all the companies right now are moving into the ESG aspect, and this recycling become very important, and a lot of companies would need this ESG aspect to also help them in terms of their ESG aspect. So therefore, it motivates us as well to be able to see that our country is into this ESG, and then it definitely will help companies and our country to become better, and it will be perceived better as a better country in terms of in the eyes of other countries in the world.
So it actually requires a very strong vision to stay motivated along the way.
Yes, it does require a lot of motivation and as well as perseverance. Like I say, it's not an easy business, and it does require the management team to be united together, and then this management team also must have the same vision and mission that we want to make our country better, make our society better. So therefore, it kind of pushes forward, continue to want to be in this aspect, important aspect of ESG.
Why do they want to venture into this business since that is not so profitable?
Because it is something that you don't have to invest a lot. Let's say, example, if you just have a lorry or a van, and you can actually start the business. If there's some space, you can do it. Because like I say, there are also a lot of people, household industry or factory, they just throw away. Sometimes people may see that you throw away stuff, throw away rubbish, but I collect it, I can turn into money. Rubbish become money in that sense. So it is not something that you require huge capital to start. So therefore, in our industry, we do see a lot of small competitors as well, big and small as well.
But what makes KS stand out is that you do have your ISO, you're certified, you comply to all of the compliances.
Correct. Since we desire, one of our vision is that we want to be the national leader in this recycling business. So since the year 2005 that we obtained our ISO 9001 certification, and that helped us to continue on with the standard and the quality that is required in this waste management.
What are the standards and qualities that the government is looking at when they certify you with the ISO?
We do not just our government, we have the external ISO party, the TAC, to certify us. They will come and audit our company and then ensure that our processes, it has the standard operating procedures, and our people need to be qualified, and as well as safety is required, and all these are the different processes and systems that make up the whole ISO certification.
All right. So to be in Malaysia as an ISO certified waste management, currently you're focusing more, like 90% of your business is more to paper, and the rest is like paper, it's like plastic, metal, food. Are you looking more into other type of materials, like looking at the EVs industry is currently emerging, like maybe the batteries?
Yeah, I think for now, since I mentioned earlier, our company started with paper. So paper is our major strength. We are probably the top 1 or 2 in the country in terms of paper recycling. And because of that, then we venture into plastic. It's just easily diversify into plastic and metal as well. So currently we want to expand a bit more onto our plastic recycling and metal recycling. But of course, there are also other areas that we can diversify into, like you mentioned, we call it the electronic waste as well. Electronic e-waste, we call it the e-waste. We are in the midst of looking into that as well. Because that one, our government do have certain qualification or certain licenses that need to be obtained. Not everybody can do e-waste. So we are looking into that as well. And of course, there are other areas as well. For example, there's also a recycling of cooking oil. We are also looking at that as well.
All right. So what are the current big projects that KS is currently working on?
The current big project that we have, we embark on 2. One is that we make the paper, especially the brown color grade from the carton boxes. We now invest into a machine. So we turn these carton boxes into paper pulp. So in that way, that it gives us a more avenue in terms of selling this product to overseas market. So we make it into paper pulp, and this one then we can export it to China. China do require a lot of pulp, paper pulp, to turn it into paper roll. Yeah, so this is one we invested about 1.5 years ago, or rather just 1 year. And then now we are also investing into, we call it the plastic AI sorter. So we want to be able to sort out the plastic, the soft and the hard plastic, in bigger quantity, so in that way that we can process more of plastic, to recycle more of the plastic.
All right, so does that mean that any companies, if they have a lot of paper waste and plastic waste, they can anytime contact KS?
Yes, that's right, they can anytime contact KS. We do specialize in this area, so therefore if there's a big quantity, and then we will look at it.
All right, so what are the procedure like to get in touch with you all? Like they have to be compliant to the ISO as well, or you are not really like look into that as long as they are in part of this waste management cycle?
As long as they are in waste management, our ISO doesn't tie into people who supply to us. It's more of an internal process, and as well as the entire company processes. So that what gives us the ISO certification. Yeah. So for other people who want to supply to us, they just need to contact us through Facebook, through our website, and then through the networking. or in the industry that we're already quite reputable. So if people ask about paper recycling, so this is the name they will come up. Our founder used to be called Paper King. So he's the king of this paper recycling, basically.
Yeah, and also that's how the name comes, right? The name itself, like KS, secondary fiber supplier, because you're giving the fiber a second life.
Correct. That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. So if coming up next 5 years or 10 years, like what do you think that the company is moving towards?
I think our company will continue to thrive in this industry. We will continue on to move in the area of our major strength on paper and plastic. And we definitely want to explore more of the overseas market as well. So if there's an opportunity that we definitely want to venture into, or we can tie it up with a certain partner as well. And in the foreseeable future, we see that our country, our government also emphasize a lot on this ESG. And especially all the publicly listed company, they are required to have this ESG report to be coming up. They're also looking into this aspect as well. So we can always joint venture with all the company in terms of fulfilling some of their ESG requirement. We joint venture with also one company in Singapore where they provide some IT services to be able to capture all the waste data, I mean the waste material data. They are able to capture it to the dot to very detailed. Is one of our partners in Singapore. So we can definitely bring them in or invest together with them to expand in Malaysia.
So the technology is not only from Malaysia itself, you're looking at collaboration together with different countries.
Correct, yeah. There's a joint venture, there's a collaboration, there's a networking as well, because this recycling business is very huge and very wide, and there are so many items to be recycled. So therefore, we definitely need to collaborate with other people, other companies, other agents as well.
Right. So it's actually very important to look into the waste management and to maintain the sustainable future. Is what we talk about all the time, like this 3 to 5 years. So now, if let's say they would love to find out more about KS, secondary fiber supplier, they would just look into your website.
Yes, they can just put in our name, KS Secondary Fiber Supplier, and then it will pop up. It will pop up as one of the main recycling companies.
And for us public, if let's say we have any ways that we would love to have a place to give that waste on that trash a second home. So your facility is currently in Sungai Buloh?
In Sungai Buloh, in Kepong, in Puchong, in Cheras, in Shah Alam. This is talking about Klang Valley. So it's wide enough. We purposely set up in these 5 locations so that we are able to cover the entire Klang Valley, and as well as the surrounding in Selangor State as well. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. So before we end this interview, Mr. Chang, do you have anything else, like anything to add on to share more with us about KS Secondary Fiber Supply?
I think more on my side, if conclusion is that for our company, we very much want to be the forefront in recycling and waste management. We do hope that our government is definitely taking initiative to look into the green zone or recycling the rubbish that our country is generating. We definitely want to be working together with our government as well, if possible, and to make our country become a better and cleaner country for our future generation.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chang. So, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that after this episode, you might have more insight on how do we actually need to manage the waste that we are using every day. And at the same time, for those companies, if you are the companies that might have the same collaboration, or maybe some of the business that you would like to expand, like what Mr. Chang has just shared with us, do contact KS Secondary Fiber Supplier Sdn Bhd. Once again, thank you so much to you, Mr. Chang, for your sharing today. Thank you so much. 本节目非常感谢 Raffles Home 友情赞助。作为马来西亚室内设计行业的佼佼者 ，Raffles Home 从设计构思到室内绘图到拉电装修，提供一站式的室内设计和装修服务，真诚与专业服务得到许多顾客和奖项的认可。 预知更多详情，可以浏览 Raffles Home 的脸书专页，或者是联络019-833-2931。